Hello, viewers. I hope you are keeping safe and doing great. We have another exciting personality with us, Nena Shaloub. She is an entrepreneur for more than 17 years. She has a bachelor degree in business administration. She is an international accredited certified trainer, public and keynote speaker. She facilitates a course called Goal Setting and Vision Board using a process called rapid planning method, including work-life balance. She is currently the only one in Lebanon and in the region who provides this kind of training. She facilitates the process with individuals, groups, organizations, and universities. She regularly appears on TV shows and radio shows as guest to spread awareness about her skills and what she does. Thank you so much, Nena, for joining us all the way from Lebanon. I hope you're keeping safe.
Yes, I am, and my pleasure, Adnan. Thank you for having me on your platform.
Thank you so much. How's the situation in Lebanon in terms of COVID-19, the relaxation? Is it the lockdown is still there, or you're allowed to go outside?
Actually, it's kind of, but now lately this week we've been a bit more free to go and come, but we have still the curfew that we have to be at home like around midnight, Cinderella time.
Okay. Great.
So things are getting better, thanks God. But I guess in this situation, it's your personal responsibility is it's all about you. So I hope everyone is being responsible for their behavior, their attitude, they're staying safe so they can be safe and make others safe too.
Absolutely. You said it very right that everyone is responsible. I'm responsible for myself, my family, people around me. So if we take care of
Exactly.
our own self and our families, I believe the whole society will be better and we'll come out of this with the flying colors and we'll able to defeat this COVID-19 for sure.
So
Uh,
true, so true.
Nena, anything, tell us something about yourself which is not there on your profile, which is not there on your social media accounts. Um, just please share with us.
Okay. Yeah, I'm going to share with you that I'm someone who's very specialized and an expert in working with people to define what they want on a personal and professional level, and organizational level. But the process I use is not the regular one, like the SMART goals. The one I use is for Anthony Robbins. It's the rapid planning method. The thing that when I learned this process, it was a bit different from our culture. The American mentality is different than us in the Middle East. So it took me a long time, like around a full year with practice, to customize this training upon our mentality, our culture, how we think, because most of my training is based on the mindset, especially the first part of it. So our mindset is a bit different than the American, European. So I had to work and research to come up with a good training that fits and tailored to our culture. So this is something that I don't talk about a lot, but yes, this is something that took it's still taking a lot of energy, and it has all the time a special space in my, preparation time. So whatever training I have, I make sure to customize it to our culture.
Okay. You before we go into the questions and dig deep into the vision board and how you do it, tell us about yourself. Something about your childhood, something about your personal life that people can connect with you, just as an icebreaker.
Sure. Can you repeat, please? I couldn't hear you because the line was disconnected.
I said, tell us something about yourself. Like, where did you spend your childhood? Something about your personal life that people would like to know about.
Okay. I would like to say something that it will be with a message too. Like I spent my whole life in Lebanon, and I'm someone who's attached a lot to to her country. So I was raised in Lebanon, I studied in Lebanon, and then I met my husband. And I always had my dreams, and it was always, I wanted to grow up and do whatever I want in my country. What I discovered, like I went to Canada for 5 years. I worked in Egypt, and that started to take me, Adnan, from a place to another, to all the places that I used to say I will never go there. You know, I used to say I will never leave Lebanon. I will never get married or leave Lebanon. I got married and I left Lebanon. I said I'm never gonna go to Canada because I'm someone who doesn't like to be cold. Even here in Lebanon, I don't like to be, even though it's not a very cold country. So I did go to Canada, and everything in life that I used to say never, it used to haunt me. So after a while, after years, I discovered, like, it's not after years, but I realized never say never. What is important for me, like now I realized that you have to be someone who adjusts to changes. You have to adapt. So like it's now what's happening in during this time in coronavirus, like we're locked down, we're staying at home, there's the quarantine. So if you go back and you never knew this is going to happen, you would say, I would never stay home for a month or two.
Absolutely.
You know,
That's true. Yeah. Yeah.
You would never say, I cannot do it. I can't. I might go crazy. And we all did it. So having this mindset of adaptability, you are an adaptive person, that you adjust with things in life and be mature and wise enough to adapt to the situation. On a personal level, it was so much helpful that I became that person who adjusts to changes.
Well, Nena, I'm also a very big fan of Lebanon because one of my favorite poets, Khalil Gibran, he is from Lebanon, and I loved his poetry, his books. So it's great. I mean, your country is always close to your heart. Wherever you go, you always come back to your country, and that's great that you're back in Lebanon.
Yes.
You mentioned something about the cultural difference between like the Arab culture and the American culture, and you have to customize your program according to that. Can you please share what the major differences are there in the culture?
Yes, sure. Like especially on let's say they have more liberty in the way of thinking. That in many places we need to adapt. Like here, especially as women, we have a lot of limitation. There is a lot of, you can do this, you can do that. So I need to create meaning of these obstacles. Like I cannot say to women or like for children, like they're enough around 19 that they can do whatever they want. In the US at 19, they leave their home. They live alone, they're independent. So in our culture, it's not the same. So the way they I explain it in a clear way, the way they advise people to do and take action is different than ours.
Yes, Nana.
Okay. What I was saying, like regarding how I customize the training and I like shift things, too many things into our culture. It's especially in the area of women and adults. Like in our countries, you know that women are not allowed to do too many things. There are too much restrictions. And in our culture too, like teens, like it's not teens, like the adults, they do not leave their parents' houses like when they get 19 or 20. They stay with their parents until they get married and stuff like that. So it's different. The lifestyle is different. So I cannot copy paste what they do in the US and how they think and how they let's say, analyze financially their lives, it's a bit different than ours. So I always, when I take the training or I have a training, I always have to tailor it to our culture in many things. And this is especially women, especially women.
Okay. Nena, these are very tough and stressful times. You know, economies are down, businesses are getting closed, people are dying, and we're not getting good news whenever we switch on the TV or see the social media. So, being a trainer, what would be your advice to our audience who are listening right now?
Okay, then there is something positive in every situation. And it's all up to you how, in which angle you will sit and look at things. Like, I'm going to give you my personal experience. This is a time that I had too much personal limitations. I always wanted to go on social media, but I'm not that friendly, you know, with holding my cell phone and talking to the camera. So it wasn't me. When the quarantine, like we had the lockdown and we had to stay home, and then I said, what am I supposed to do? Am I going to be out of job? It's just because I'm not that friendly with the camera? No. This is the time to overcome my challenges and to get out of the box and my comfort zone. So what I did is I started to go live and challenge myself every day. Believe me, the first few times it was terrible. I was like a robot. I was like a statue. Every time I'm someone who's very hard on herself with the assessment, the personal assessment. So when I look at myself in the videos, I used to say, oh my God, this is terrible. I'm talking like a robot. I don't know how to talk. I don't know how to interview people. So I started to work on myself on the other side, you know. I was always interviewed, but I never interviewed anyone, being a host. So it's different. And you know that. So I started to work on my personal development, on my weaknesses, to upgrade myself in a situation that I had two choices. It's either I'm going to lose my job, stay outside the market, I will be like forgotten, or I have to get out of my comfort zone and start being online, start existing where people are. And you know, from your own experience too, that your customers, they change habits and their attitudes when the situation changes. So all your audience is online. So if you're not online, they will forget about you. They will not see you. So I started to challenge myself and do it. So my advice to each and everyone is to look for where did you have limitations in a way or another in a time of your life that you can use and apply during this time. And this is the best time to work on yourself because you have the time. If you used to say, I'm not going to do it because I don't have time, now you do have the time. So this is the best time to upgrade yourself and work on things that you've been delaying or procrastinating for another time to say, okay, when I have time, I'll start working on this. So this is the perfect timing to work on not one skill, even more, as much as you can. So this is my advice.
Very well put. So we'll say to our audience, if one door closes, another opens. So stop looking at the closed door and start looking at the door which has opened for you, new opportunities, new horizons, new, like skill set that you might need. You need to upgrade yourself. So very well put, Nena. That's really great.
Yes, I have one more advice because many of us used to work with something that we don't like. Many people, they have a career that they do not like wake up in the morning and you say, yes, I'm going to work. They are in jobs they do not like. Too many people, they lost their jobs. So this is the best timing also to figure out what you love in your life and start doing, because you don't get that opportunity in your life to start from scratch too many times. So this is an opportunity to start from scratch. Why don't you start with something that you love? And let's say you like to dance, regardless your career, you like to dance, you like to work in jewelry, you like to act. You can now, being online, has broke the limitation of not having money or working with an institution to become a trainer or a teacher or expose your work. Now, if you're online, you have your own boutique, you have your own school, You have your own shop, you have your own whatever, you have your students, and most of it is for free. So now you are having more opportunities that you never had before. And now you have most of your audience is online. At the same time, they used to be each and everyone in their job and they have no time to watch you online. Now you have them online. So you have to take advantage, because whoever you need is waiting for you online so you can give them how can I say, transmit your passion.
Very well said.
So
And Phoenix must burn to emerge. I mean, these opportunities which are knocking at your door, and this is the golden
definitely.
opportunity. And people who made something, who make their name, they come out of these troubled times and they create their own empire, they create their own brands. And this is the right time, as you mentioned. Very well said.
Exactly. And you need to adapt. You know, sometimes I will tell people, just go online and do this workshop and do this training. They tell me, I cannot work online. I have to be like one-on-one. I said, it's time to adapt. Do not let yourself be fooled. Like I used to say, I don't want to do this, I don't want to do that, you know? You have to say, I have to do what I have to do. This is what you need to tell yourself, not I cannot. So when you start convincing yourself that you need to learn something, you will start getting motivated and start applying what you learned.
Wow, that's amazing. And you can see this live interview that we're currently doing. I'm sitting in Dubai, you are in Lebanon. In the morning, I was talking to one of the sales trainers, coach, who was in UK. I was talking to him. We were recording the interview. And day before yesterday, I was talking to someone in United States. And this is the opportunity this COVID-19 has provided us, where the things that we put aside on the back burner, that yes, when there is a perfect moment will come in our life and we will apply that skill. I think this is the perfect moment. So nature has given us this opportunity to showcase to the world, to flaunt to the world that yes, this is what we have. And with a global community, with an internet community that we have, we can do something and we can change. Nena, you are yeah, please.
Yes, I want to say something like adapting to changes is like changing your eyeglasses, you know, like
Absolutely.
if you have 2-3 degrees and now you have there is a different vision that you need to show. You need to take off this one and put another eyeglass that will make you see things the best way possible, you know. Yes. So, and then when you see things clearly, and you know that when things are clear, your brain functions differently. If you surrender to stress, anxiety, and worry, your brain will not function properly. So at the same time, it's not that easy. It's easier said than done, but you have to put some effort. Nothing is easy in life after all.
That's true. And
it's all up to you.
Great. You are a trainer, but mostly people confuse trainer with coaches. Any difference between trainer and coaches?
Yes, of course. The difference between a trainer and coach, and this is why I chose to be a trainer, not a coach. Coach, they direct you to find the answers yourself, to work on yourself more. As a trainer, I can give advices, I can give more techniques, I interact more with my participants, you know, and I'm someone who has a lot of background in business, so I'm not the character that can watch you and ask you a question and I have a lot of answers and I have a lot of experience to share with you and sit and type. So I didn't find it's me. And you need someone who's more calm, you know, it doesn't match my personality. So that's why I chose trainer, because it's more interactive. The good thing of coaching, they let you do the things on your own.
Great. What is your, I mean, since you've been interacting with lots of people in terms of giving them training and all that, what's your proudest moment as a trainer, if you want to share with us?
Yes, I will share with you something that I was saying yesterday. I was talking to someone a few days ago, actually more. I woke up like 1:30 at midnight, receiving a message on my Instagram account from a student that he did the workshop with me like 2 years ago. And he said, Nena, I would like you to know, the first to know, that my life has changed forever for having a deal with an international company that will change my whole life and will make Lebanon proud of me because of the workshop I did with you and how you convinced me that I can do whatever I want and follow the process you gave us. And now I signed a contract that will change the whole world. And you have to, he told me, but I'm not allowed to say what is it. But once it's in the market, I will be happy to share it with you guys. But this was one, like if you tell me you'll get $1 million or this something, no, I would choose this one because my mission in my work is someone to come and tell me, listen, Nena, my life's changed and I am so happy because of you. So this, like I can say this made my day.
Okay, great. And
my whole career, actually.
How do you feel about that? Maybe people are on this level in their life and they want to be here or somewhere here. And if they are close to that goal or that destination on desire or dreams, how do you feel personally about that?
Rephrase, please. I didn't understand you very well.
For example, if someone has achieved their dreams and
Okay.
they were here before, yeah, on their life, but they've achieved it. How do you feel as a trainer that when they are achieving those dreams and goals in their life?
Because of me or on their own?
Because of you being influencing them.
Okay, this is like I achieved my goal. They didn't achieve only their goals. This was my goal more than theirs when they achieved their goals. Because every time I work with someone, believe me, Adnan, I become like, it's like, this is, you know, you say, this is my baby, my job. And it's like, I follow up. I want to know where they are. I always push them. I always follow up to make sure they are on the right track. I make sure I did the best I can so they can reach what they always wanted. Like, this is important than money. Sometimes there are too many people, they cannot pay me money. I will never stop following up or never stop giving them tips and help them if they get to a point they cannot afford to pay me anymore. So my pleasure in my work is to see people achieving what they want, and achieving what they want, they are making me achieve my goal too. So it's vice versa and it's mutual.
What specific areas that you provide training?
I am the starting point done in everything. Like if you want to achieve something on a personal level or professional level or organizational level, I am the starting point because you will brainstorm with me. You will come up with what you want with the work you do with me. Like finding yourself, discovering, and like knowing your destination. You assess yourself, you know your destination, and we create the plan that will lead you to this goal. And then if it's in an organization, we define the goals, then we define the goals of the departments, then the departments will define the goals with the team, and it goes to the front line, even to the secretary. Because most organizations, they do not achieve their goals because they're not aligned on the same goal. And they do not have personal goals aligned with the big goal. So the results are completely different and they are extremely bigger. So this is my niche.
You are doing the vision board and goal setting. Can you please explain what is it? How does it work?
Sure.
What's this technique is?
After we set the goals and you know what you want in your life, there is something we call the vision board. The vision board is a visual representation for your goals. Like, let's say, Adnan, you want to grow in your business, but you should know where you want to grow in your business and what you want to get. What is your end goal of your business? Definitely there's bigger every time, but whatever you want to do in your life, you should have them in as visuals in front of you. We start digging into magazines, and magazines will remind you of things that you always wanted to do when you were a child, or you want to do now, or will make your dreams come bigger. We start cutting these images and we put them on a cardboard or a corkboard, and we write beside every visual what is your goal and why you chose it. And you will have this visual beside your bed or somewhere in your house where you can see it all the time. Why we do that? Because the brain doesn't know the difference between reality and imagination. By visualizing your dreams and your goals all the time, you are tricking your brain. So your brain will think this is true, this is reality, and will start acting accordingly. So your actions and behavior will start acting according and making new decisions that will lead you to achieve your goal. I'm going to give you an example. I just mentioned, like, I'm someone who doesn't like the camera that much. But on my vision board, I had, like, if I want to achieve my goal in that period of time, I need to go on media and social media. So I have to be on TVs. I had on my vision board a TV. You know, every time looking at my vision board that there's a TV. So it was a constant reminder to my brain that I want to be on TV. And I had a very good friend that he's a very important and successful director, that he said, I worked with him, and then I told him, you know what, you work in that TV station, I want to go online. I want to go, take me on air on this one for an interview. He said, okay. And I did. You know, if I didn't have it on my vision board and it's a constant reminder, I would never thought about it because I don't like TVs. You know, I would have stayed like, so having a vision board, now 1/4 of entrepreneurs in the US and Canada, they have a vision board in their offices, 1/4.
So every
entrepreneur must have a vision board in their offices.
Wow, wow. And such a powerful, where you said that you put this on your vision board, that you will be on TV, and your mind was thinking about it, and the environment was kind of conspiring to achieve you to that goal. And you did that. You were on TV. You mentioned about that.
Actually, I achieved 80% of my vision board. Like when I did it, the day I did it, if you look at it and you asked me, Nena, how much do you think you can achieve of these? In that second, I would have told you all of them are impossible for me.
So is
that moment.
Is it close by to you, or is it somewhere else that you, I mean, the reason
it's beside my bed.
Oh, it's beside
your bed. It's beside my bed.
Okay, so you can see it while before going to
bed. In the morning.
Yeah, so unconsciously your brain is working even when you're sleeping.
So true. Yeah, you see it in the morning. It's a reminder for the day, because when you see it in the morning, if you get opportunities or you seek opportunities to achieve your vision board, or because it's going to your subconscious, visualizing all the time your images, they will go to your subconscious. But by going to your subconscious, you know, 90% of the decisions you make are from where? From your subconscious.
From your subconscious, yeah.
Exactly. If your vision board and all your goals are in your subconscious, how you will make your daily decisions? You will make them accordingly.
Absolutely.
So if someone comes and tell me, Nena, you will go on TV, I would say yes. If I didn't have my vision board, I would say no. See the difference? So or you will approach.
Anyone can do that, or do they need any
yes. Supervision
or guidance on that?
Yes, it's better to have a guidance, because you know the brainstorming and working with the person with me is, I let them go to places in their mind they didn't go there for a long time or never. So my technique with asking questions and let them dig down inside of their mind, you have no idea. I've done how many times I sit with people and I ask them, do you know what you want? They say no. I tell them, yes, you do, but you never looked, you never searched. So I sit with them and I started asking with my technique, definitely. And they get to somewhere I know, and they know this is what they want. And many others, they say, yes, I do know. And when I start asking, it turns out it's not what they want. It's not a goal. So we start from scratch again.
So what's the difference? You said this is what is not goal, but this is what they want. Like, what's the difference between that?
Yeah, because the goal has a different criteria from dreams and wishes and hopes. Okay. It's different. It has other combinations with it that will make it as a goal. And then when you finish knowing what you want in your life in all your areas, it's not only business. You want to have fun, you want to travel, you want to have a family, you want to have a house, whatever you want. So you collect all these goals in all areas of your life. And then when you have them in your mind, then you turn these visuals into a vision board that you will have in front of you all the time. So this is the link between them. If you do a vision board and it's not what you want, you don't know what you want, so it might lead you somewhere else. Doing it with being wise and knowing the concept of it is completely different.
So wanting it deep inside from your heart, and then having it a clear vision on, let's say you said you have the visuals. Let's say I want to have a mansion on a beach, or I want to have myself speaking to a TED audience one day, or like I want to have a Mercedes, or maybe some car or anything. Then you can have a vision of picture of that on your board that you can place it. And people who
So
spend
true.
most of their time in their offices, so they can have like two vision boards, one in the office, one in the car, one in the home. Or how does it work?
Uh, One thing you can do, it's only, you should have a vision board if you want to. I am someone who doesn't like to separate, and I do not work it, like separating your personal life from your business. You are the same person at home and you are the same person when you go to work. So you should have a one vision board. What you can do is take a picture for this board and put it in two places. You can have it, like when I work with people, I tell them to have it on their cell phone wallpaper, even on the laptop. The more you visualize your vision board, the more you will be able to achieve it. So it's one vision board that you can copy paste in many places where you are most of the times.
You said that you achieved 80% of your vision board. So now you're
Yes.
going to make a new one?
Yes. Now I'm waiting for my daughter. We're going to do one together. But you never eliminate or take off the board what you already achieved. You have to keep them, that to always remember that whatever you said, I cannot do it, or it was a dream back then, now you made it. So you only a ticket and yeah, I achieved it, but you grow your vision board. So now, yes, of course, I have to do a new one, a bigger one.
Okay. I remember when
I'm so
we a couple of years back we shifted our home, and like there was we went to a new place, and my son, he asked me, Baba, at the back of sofa your dreams are there. And I said, what, my dreams? And I saw there was like the vision board was there. He said, your
oh
dreams are
yeah.
behind your sofa. And I was like,
Oops, tell him, oops, it should have been on the wall in front of me all the time.
yeah. So yes, it works, and I personally experienced that 80 to 90% of those dreams that I wanted for my life, I've achieved them, and that's a great tool. It's called the law of attraction as well. When you really want something, the whole universe conspire you to achieve that, like in that book Alchemist, that sentence is there, the law of attraction. So it really worked. So Nana, you are also into public speaking, and you provide training for public speaking. Any tips, any techniques for the people who are aspiring to be a public speaker?
Yes, speak from the heart. Because most of the times I used to think, what am I supposed to say? How am I going to say it? After thinking like being professional and learning how to do this, you should learn. Definitely, you should learn the techniques. But once you're on stage, you should translate these techniques from the heart, not from what you're saying, the words you're using. Because if you're not talking from the heart, it won't go to the heart. So, and never think about, for myself, definitely for myself, money is not, doesn't give different quality. If you pay me $10,000 or you pay me $0, what I give is the same.
Wow.
Definitely I want to make money. Definitely I have a life to run, but like giving is my incentive. It's not the amount of money. So when they tell me you go a lot of public speaking for youth and you don't get paid, I say, like, my passion is when I look at their eyes, I see their faces, that she's giving up, like she's motivating us to achieve our dreams, our hopes that we never thought that we could like even allow ourselves to think about them. So yes, of course, I will go and give the speech to the youth that they need my help in a way or another, even if I make a change in one person's life, like I told you the other day. So this is more than enough. Imagine I'm staying home and watching TV or doing something else because they didn't pay me and I don't go. So your values must be, my values are what I make, and my decision making is based on. So this is how I work, this is how I think. That's it, actually.
So you
As
said
simple as that.
speak from the heart and you will be a great public speaker.
Yes, and stick to values. Everything could change in life except values.
You talked about the money as well. That money is not a big factor. But from
It is a factor, but it's not that breaks the tie for me.
so it's not the main, or like this, but it could be a secondary factor. However, I mean, if someone wants to adopt a career in public speaking or training or being a coach, is it a business which is viable? Is it a business that pays a lot, or that's something that can bring bread on your table?
It is for me. It is for me because I want to tell you something. Like there is something different between helping and supporting and letting people abuse you. If I feel that there is an abuse, that people are taking advantage of me, that I can give something for free or not charging so much fees, I can feel it. Like I do not accept abuse or taking advantage. And I want my rights. I will never negotiate that number. This is different than supporting and helping people. It's two different things, two different initiatives. Because when I do a training for a CEO or an MD, I do not negotiate my prices. I have my standards, or you can go to somewhere else. It does bring food to the table. And it all depends on your work, on your values, and how you present yourself.
Great, great. Nena, how do you define success?
Being happy with what you're doing and giving from all your heart and feeling happy when you're giving.
Great. I believe you're into training. So training and public speaking requires ones to read books as well. What kind of books do you read? And if any book that you want to recommend to our audience?
Definitely, like to mix work and personal, I go with the 7 Habits, definitely. Like it will structure your mind on how to work. And there is Think and Grow Rich. Think and Grow Rich, I believe it's the Bible of having the right mindset to be living the way you should be living. These are the rules to live in a good way. So these 2 books for me are always beside me. And believe it or not, like Think and Grow Rich, every day I open randomly a page like that, and I read it. Like it gives me a message every day.
Great.
So
great.
this is very nice to do.
So good readers are always good leaders. And
you should stay up to date with what's happening around you.
Great. Thank you so much, Nena. You've given your time, and it was a very valuable discussion. And we've learned a lot from your experience in terms of setting the vision board. I've stopped it. I've achieved it a couple of years back, but I've not done it. But I think I need to do it right now again. Yeah, it's a good reminder for me, and it's a good reminder for the people out there who are listening right now to us, that have your vision board, and it will definitely help you to achieve those goals and dreams. And you will definitely make a difference in your life, in the people around yours life. So before we sign off, Nena, any final message that you want to share with our audience today?
Yes, I want to say, think always in a positive way. And even in the worst cases or worst scenarios we get to, there is always somewhere that you can look and get a positive thing that you need to work on. Don't look at the negative side, look at the positive. Like, I do not agree with the news. They are always focusing on the people who died instead of putting on at the same time people who recovered, So we always have to be positive uh, there's always a solution. When there is a problem, there is always a solution. It's up to you to figure it out. It's either you figure it out or you sit and dwell. And the results in the two situations are completely different.
Great, great. Thank you so much, Nana, for this. I believe if
My pleasure.
your message reached the audience, and especially during these tough time and depressed time, where people are looking at the news and they are all seeing is people, how many people have died, how many people have been, like tested positive. They should look at the positive side that yes, there are people who are recovering as well, and there are opportunities in these tough time where you've mentioned that
Definitely.
yes, work on yourself, something which you have put on the back burner for so many years. Now is the time to work on those skills and show it to the world. Thank you so much. We really appreciate your time and hope to
My
catch you
pleasure.
soon on this platform. Keep spreading the knowledge, keep spreading the keep inspiring the people. And thank you so much. Thank you so much for your
Thank
time.
you to you. Thank you, Adnan. Thank you. My pleasure.
Thank you so much, audience, for your time. We'll be back with another exciting personality with great inspiration and great motivation. Take care of yourself and take care of the loved ones who are around you. Love you. God bless you.